gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Thank you. That's fine. Really good. Thanks, everyone. That was very, very, very good indeed. And when Craig comes out, that's the noise I want you to make, all right? Give me thunder. When I'm backstage, I laughingly call it backstage. There's a closet over there. But when I'm in the closet over there waiting to come out, I'm all excited, and I can hear the warm-up comedian say, all right, give me thunder! Thunder from 100 tepid drunk hopos. Thunder? Okay. It's a great day for America, everybody, yes? It is, of course, Friday, but it's not any old Friday. It's a Friday where I come out and see 4 dudes in lesbian row. What the hell? Now, I feel like such a fool because I said 4 dudes in lesbian row, but who's to say? It also is a very exciting day today. Not only do we have a dude-ridden lesbian row, but it's Arbor Day, everybody! Happy Arbor Day! Yeah! Yeah, it's America's most exciting holiday, Arbor Day. The day we're all supposed to plant a seed and grow trees. I planted my seed right before I came out here. In the closet backstage. Do we have a graphic for Arbor Day? There you are. Wow. That's not a graphic. That's not a graphic. That was like a little animated movie there. Did you see that?
That must have cost a lot of money.
It took the graphic department about a year, but never, who cares? I've got so much to say about Arbor Day. I'm just brimming with it. You know, you go out there, you plant the trees, and then you... Oh, well. That's it, really. Wait for next year, plant another tree. Well, that's Arbor Day. What else is going on? Well, big weekend for movies this weekend. There's a new Jason Statham movie out. I am a big fan of Statham. Now, listen, this is how cool he is. He is bald, he is English, and he's still cool. And there's a Jason Segel romantic comedy coming out this weekend. That'll be good, too. But the one I'm interested in is The Raven. Do we have a poster for The Raven? Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's... What? You oohed a poster? Give me thunder. If you see a poster, ooh it. Let me see the poster again. Ooh, yeah, I know. Now, it looks creepy because it's about Edgar Allan Poe, who was a big creepy dude in the night. He was the 19th century Kardashian, but he was a brilliant writer. So actually, he was nothing like a Kardashian, but there's no... what? That's news? Craig, are you saying that the Kardashians are not America's foremost literary family? That is exactly what I am saying. There is no other writer quite like Edgar Allan Poe. There's none can make your spine tingle just like him. Then again, any writer can make your spine tingle if you read while sitting on the washing machine. You got to make Arbor Day exciting and somehow, haven't you? We have a picture of Edgar Allan Poe. Oh, yeah, that's a creepy dude right there. Look at that fancy ascot. Let me see you now. Yeah, look at that thing. Yeah. That's kind of nice. More like Edgar Allan Police. I like how guys dressed in them days. I like those big dickies. I also like how guys dressed in those days. Now, in the movie, Poe is played by John Cusack. I always think of John Cusack as a romantic comedy dude. You know, the in your eyes. But yeah, I'm sure he'll be a very convincing Edgar Allan Poe. Do we have a picture of John Cusack from the movie? Yeah, there you are. That's not fair. That's not fair. No, listen, I want to talk about Edgar Allan Poe. He's most famous for the poem The Raven. That's why the movie's called The Raven. I'd like to see the movie so I can just yell at the screen, "That's so Raven!" It's not funny, but it'll entertain me. And the gentleman of Lesbian Row, I think, to be honest. If you don't know what a raven is, first of all, you're an idiot. A raven is a bird. A raven is basically a big, chubby crow. Do we have a picture of a big, chubby crow? There you go. Now, the raven... It's a joke, Russell. Don't kill me, all right? Oop, phone. Ravens have very distinctive calls. They go... Caw! Caw! Do you know a raven call, Jeff? Caw! Caw! Yeah. The ravens can actually use their calls to express a wide range of emotion. You know who should hire some ravens? Mitt Romney. He could teach... You know, never mind. The Raven was recently voted the greatest poem ever written. That was according to a poll of people who've never heard of the man from Nantucket. It makes sense that Poe became a poet, though, because his name, Poe, it's just like, it's one letter away from poet. A very similar thing happened to my friend, Michael Ale Rostitute. Who became a male prostitute. No, wait, that doesn't work, because that's two letters. No, he didn't become a male prostitute. He became Michael Ale Prostitute, which meant he would have sex with you for beer. I think I might have been an ale prostitute at one point in my life. Anyway, after he wrote The Raven, Edgar Allan Poe was famous all over the world. In France, the poet Charles Baudelaire was a huge fan. Baudelaire was the French version of Edgar Allan Poe, you know, dark, depressed, raging alcoholic. If he were around today, he'd probably be a late-night talk show host. But Baudelaire spent the rest of his life translating Poe's writings into French. He was a drunk. So, you know, Baudelaire was. That's not a secret. You know, well, it is to the audience, but he was... He was a drunk, so, you know, he just translated The Raven by going, "Ah, ah," something like that. I don't care. Can you in French? It's great. You sound like a French rifle.
Les cons.
I have to admit, I feel a bond with Edgar Allan Poe. He lived in Scotland. I lived in Scotland. I drank. He drank. He shaped the world with his work. I drank. He had a very questionable lifestyle, though, Edgar Allan Poe. He married his 13-year-old cousin. You may well, ooh. Quietly. That was a kind of more of an inhale, ooh. That was a kind of... I mean, today, that would get him on a reality show. And right before he died, he kept repeating the one word. Reynolds. No one knew what he was talking about. Reynolds, that's what he did before he was... Do you know that?
Yeah, it's creepy, man.
It is. He would just go, Reynolds. Reynolds. It was hard to figure out. On his deathbed, Poe obviously had a vision of some hairy predator named Reynolds. Do we have a picture of one of those? There you are. That's right there. You want to do the thing?
Let's do it.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do what?
Well...
All right, do the thing.
You're watching The Late Late Show, Once Upon a Midnight Dreary in your region. Quoth the Raven, please no more.